Hello everybody, welcome back to Bag Only, my inventory only Ultimate Iron Man on Oldschool Runescape. Couple of extra restrictions, obviously not using any kind of storage mediums, just our inventory. In the last episode you may remember we smashed out a whole bunch of quests. We did Kingdom Divided, we did the My Arm quest, and we also completed Dragon Slayer 2 and unlocked the Myths Guild, leaving us with only 2 quests left for our quest cape, which is the current goal for this account. Here I am in Polnavich, just grabbing an agility level because we got ourselves 50k agility, I think it was, from completing Dragon Slayer 2 the other day, which only left us about 30k away from a level, so I thought I'd just smash out the rest of the level here at Polnavich. Now the XP here is actually surprisingly good. It's a really underrated course. I was getting about 49k an hour doing this course here. It's actually about 10% better than the best possible XP I was getting at Sepulchre, even without looting the chests in there. We get ourselves a shortcut inside the Prifddinas Slayer cave with this level 78, and then next level 79 we will unlock the Vine shortcut into the Krasy jungle, which will be super useful, but we will get that after we've unlocked Prif, because I do want to do a little bit of the Prif course, because it is a lot better than this. So as soon as we've done Song of the Elves, we'll be able to go do the agility course in there. It'll be really good. So, first on today's agenda is to take on the Night at the Theatre quest, the actual quest portion of it, not necessarily the raid portion right now. So starting off, we enter the crypt underneath the Theatre of Blood. Deep inside this crypt is the tomb of Ranis Draken, who you may remember as being the vampire boss from A Taste of Hope. Well, to add insult to injury, we sneak inside his tomb and we take his actual head from his tomb and return it to the stranger upstairs. In exchange for this, we get ourselves a flashback cutscene, and then we're sent to get the next item that he needs. North of Sleep, there's a nice little spider cave that they've added with some unique venomous spiders. Inside here there's some remains that we need to search, but the body's encased in a thick spider webbing that we can't actually cut through. We recognise this body as being a member of the Sleep Sisterhood, so we head to the Sisterhood Sanctuary down there, speak to the leader, and we talk to him about the fact that his assistant's gone missing. We put 2 and 2 together that it must be the same person, and he gives us some acid to go back and burn through the webbing. So we return to the hive, burn through this web, and we get some Araxite spider eggs that the mysterious stranger wants for the quest. So we take those back to him and we get yet another flashback cutscene, and we're sent off to get yet another item. The next item he wants will be from the Hespori boss that they added into the Swamp of Mauritania. Now I believe you can only fight this one once for the quest. It's not like the Farming Guild one you can fight repeatedly for actual drops. Dude, it's so nice being able to just freely walk through the swamp without being rotted by the swamp effect after the troll quest. I think I said it last time we were in the swamp, but it's just so useful. I can just freely wander around here with Karambwans on me, and we don't have to go get a druid pouch first. Our food is just safe, so it's really, really good. Here we are, our good homie nature spirit. I think we can overheal our prayer here maybe as well, so we might as well just pray at this thing. And then he tells us about fighting a Hespori. Right, here we go. I guess I'll probably just anti-poison up, drink all our combat pots, and just go for it. I didn't actually bring a prayer potion. I didn't bring any knives as well, so I'm just going to melee all these plants when they come up. Hopefully this guy is weaker than the proper Hespori, or we might struggle getting a KC, because I didn't actually appropriately prepare. Big spec to finish? Oh, stylish. There we go, that's Hespori beaten. So we've been grabbing this mysterious stranger a number of weird items from round Mauritania. We've brought him some eggs and we brought him some Hespori bark. I don't know what he's planning to do with those. I think that's the last thing potentially. There'll be another cutscene, but I believe after that we just need to complete the Theatre of Blood once, and then we come back and speak to this guy outside. We get given another cutscene and we can finish this quest, but I'll do that a little bit down the line. So next up I want to do another thing that's kind of hanging over our head in terms of diaries. I need to go complete the Desert Hard diary. We've completed every task other than the Calphite Queen, and I think we could probably do it. But we'll go reclaim the Partisan. We're on a Slayer task, and we've got our Diamond Bolt switch. So it may be that we can actually pull this out the bag, so let's go have a go. Hey you guys, got something of an invent here. Got the Myths cape back from the Myths Guild, bought a new one obviously. Oh good, there is an option for the Partisan. I wasn't sure if we'd have to go down to like an NPC in Sofodom to get this bad boy. But here it is, the ultimate Calphite slaying weapon. With that equipped, we've got our 2 ropes, we've got an anti-poison, we've got a super attack, and then a regular strength, regular defense, and 12 food. Really don't know if we'll be able to do this, but yeah, we'll go try. I mean, you know, it's worth a try, right? Okay, so here we are, we've dropped 1 rope to get inside the lair. We've just got to do the Walk of Shame, because I don't think you get the shortcut to the boss till a really high agility level, and the Elite Diary, maybe? Anyway, it's 86 agility regardless, so we're nowhere near that. I also don't know if we have, like, Iron Man instances down here. I just don't know how this all works, honestly. So we're fully potted up, we've got the Crush Accuracy from our Myths cape, and we're going to go smack the Calphy, but let's give it a go. We've got ourselves one of those crit hits, which is nice. So what we'll do here is we'll walk underneath, and while she's messing about, stay underneath, and just keep eating. And then once our kind of eat timer's gone off, we'll hit him again. So that actually went really, really well. I've never actually done KQ since the Partisan thing came out. so I really didn't know how good it was. But let's see what we can do. I'm going to start with rubies, because they do hit when they proc 20% of the current health of the enemy. So I don't know what she can hit without our prayers on, so next time we take damage we'll just dip. So there she is, she's on 84 health on phase 2 left. So I'll really quickly just go refill on food. No adventurers in the lair, that's good. Let's use a rope. Oh no, dude, what's this? It's fully healed. Oh, that's really ruined my plan. Do you just not get to run back if you're an Iron Man? Is that how it works? Because you're not in, like, the uninstanced room. But yeah, I didn't bring prayer again because I thought it would have 80 HP and we'd just walk in and shoot 3 bolts and it'd be dead, but I guess that is not in fact the case. See if we can get our bolts back and leave. Huh, okay, I'll have to come back and do like a little bit of research, see if you can right-click the hole or something. Maybe it defaults you into an Iron Man instance. I really just don't know how it works. Right guys, we're back. Got ourselves a rope, we've got ourselves a Slayer task. We're pre-potted this time, so we've got a couple more spaces for food, and we've got full pineapple pizzas and 4 karambwans just in case. I really wish the wiki guides were just better for bosses, do you know what I mean? Like, this fight is genuinely 8 paragraphs on the wiki, and it doesn't need to be. It's like, yeah, but what do I pray? That's all I want to know. I'm not here for, like, the background lore of KQ or what players used to wear in 2001 or whatever. It's not even worth staying, dude. We couldn't even get phase 1 down with a full invent, so... Okay guys, we're back, we're pre-potted, we're pre-anti-poison, just to get every single slot possible to be a piece of food. So I don't think there's any right-click option for this in order to be able to get down here in, like, the normal instance. I think as an Iron Man, you literally can't go in the normal room, which really sucks, because it means we actually can't do kills in more than 1 trip. I wasn't aware of, so apparently that's something I've signed up for on this account. But let's go. I want to see some big partisan hits. I want to tear him a partisan. I'd rather not die in here, to be honest. It's not the worst place in the game to die because it's relatively near Lumbridge. We just need money back for ropes and I guess like water skins or whatever to get back through the desert to get here. So it wouldn't be the worst to die in here, but I don't want to, obviously. Speaking of dying, this guy is not dying because we're not hitting anything at all. You know, we're not potted up the most. I like sipped up on pots before I made pizzas, and it took so long to make all these stupid pizzas. So let's go phase 2, see what we can do. Start with rubies for the best possible chance of an actual big hit. So our last prayer sip down. We've been here so long already. Let's walk under and just eat our last couple of foods and then 128 HP. It could happen. We'll switch to diamonds now. She's at 100 HP. We've got full health, but it's purely down to random chance. And we've got a telly. 66 HP left that time. If we go to water altar, I don't know if this will be quicker because no one uses this hop. But there's actually a hop over to KQ here. So we'll give this a go. Yeah, that's not bad. It's probably about the same as going from home, honestly. But I guess, you know, like I say, we could use that to retrieve our corpse if we do somehow die in here, so that's positive. But let's just hope for those big Keris Partisan specs. I think they're like a 1 in 40 or something, the chance of them actually happening. It's really quite uncommon. Additionally, obviously, there's also the gem from the raid, which makes it an even better weapon with better stats. But the problem with that is once we get a gem and we add it to the Keris, I believe if we destroy the Keris and go reclaim it, it will no longer have the gem inside. Dude, we're out. Forget this. Again, couldn't even do the first phase. So what I want to see here is a 1kc pet and ensouled head thing to build in our house for the Elite Diary, and then we'll never have to come back unless we want our dragon chain body. Go back out, do another attack. Mate, there's nothing you can do. Should we go down with the ship? Is it worth it? Is it worth chancing it, guys? That's so stupid. That could have been it, though. Like, it's just RNG, dude. It had 22 health and I hit so many zeros there. Once you have done the hard diary, which is why we're here, then you no longer need to bring the initial 2 ropes. We'll also probably never come back here until Lumbridge Elite, so we probably also won't have a Drayman staff. So in future, we'll have at least 3 more spaces for food, and I highly hope that we have access to better food by then as well. We can't be just eating potatoes and karambwans our whole life if we're getting into bossing, especially if we're not going to have a full invent of space for bossing like most players would. So maybe we'll have to do fishing and cooking a little bit on the account, something like that. Oh, another horrendous phase 1 there. But yeah, now we have just no food for phase 2, so that's kind of funny, I guess. It's probably been almost 2 hours of this now, and like, I don't know how many attempts I've done, what, like 8 or something? Not many. I guess I could go make some house tabs. That'd clear up 2 invent spaces. Could also get rid of these addy bolts. I mean, I guess we could get a recoil perhaps as well. Is it going to be worth swapping a recoil out and keeping a ring of wealth as opposed to a piece of food? I think probably. So I'll go make some house tabs to get 2 more food, and I'll go make a recoil, and we'll try this again. Guys, imagine mining clay. Imagine that's what you're doing with your Friday afternoon, mining clay. Once we've done Song of the Elves, we have access to a mine in Prif, and you can actually mine soft clay instead of regular clay in there, which is going to be so good for us. So yeah, I don't know how many of these I'll make, probably like 50 or something. I'll do a few trips, because I do use about 4 house tellies each time I have to resupply for 1 kill. I've actually got rid of the diamond bolts that we had left. I feel like rubies are slightly more useful in terms of PVM situations, and I wanted to hang on to the much larger stack of regular addy bolts, just because they have the versatility of being turned back into either diamonds or rubies going forward. We've replaced our ring of wealth with a ring of recoil, fully charged, so we have 40 lots of recoil damage we can potentially also throw at this boss. Now, one thing we still haven't tried is, like I say, trying the melee-only method, where even in Phase 2 you continue to use the Karis. She's not immune to melee in Phase 2, she's just highly, highly defensible against melee. It may be that you could hit one of those massive crits on Phase 2 and kind of brute force your way through Phase 2 that way, but that's not what we're going to try here today. So there's 1 point of recoil damage, there's 2. So the recoil's already coming in, there it is, there's Phase 2. Just keep an eye on our health, because she does hit like 40s or whatever, but also our ruby spec can go off and hurt us as well. So we have to be doubly careful on this phase specifically. Down to our last 3 food here. Obviously, had we not rejigged our inventory and made some telly tabs, we'd already be out of food. So we have been able to extend the trip somewhat by getting rid of some stuff, which is good. It's kind of the thing that we're going to have to always be doing on this account. There's a 23. We literally need to hit a 5. There it is! Calphite Queen on the last hit of the recoil damage. Hard Desert Diary complete. We're awarded with 2 doses of anti-poison that we'd otherwise just find on the floor, as well as 100 blood runes. So really, really rubbish loot. But that's a KQ kill, and that's the Hard Desert Diary done. So let's get out of here. So for Desert Hard, we get ourselves the Amulet 3. It's exactly the same as the Amulet 2 in that it has, I think, 1 daily teleport to Nada. Yeah, and then at Elite level it gets unlimited tellies to Nada. We get permanent ropes on the Calphite Lair, so what I'm going to do is go place those while I go through the rest of the rewards, because you do have to place them down 1 more time. So of course we get a 15,000 XP lamp, like I say, is going to go into Herblore anyway. Once we get a Pharaoh Scepter from Pyramid Plunder, it's going to hold up to 50 teleport charges, but that's not something we're going to hang on to. As soon as we get one of those, it's going to turn into the Ancient Spellbook altar in our house anyway. And we get that window shortcut at the Glory Telly to Al-Kharid. If we go reclaim the Camulet, we can now teleport outside Inakra's temple with that, but that's probably not something we're ever going to use. Going forward, all the Desert Magic Carpet rides will be completely free, so we can travel from anywhere to anywhere. And also, the big thing, the Herbalist in Nada will do a bunch of stuff for our account now. She'll clean noted herbs for 200 GP each, and she'll also turn those into unfinished potions for 200 each. And then, like I say, the ropes at the Calphite Lair become permanent. So next time we go back, those ropes will still be there, which is really cool. So really happy to have that diary done. The only hard diary we have left now is a Zulrah KC, which I'm definitely still not going to attempt based on how poorly the KQ kill went. Obviously I'm not counting the Woolly Diaries on this account. Maybe one day we'll get to those, but not anytime soon. So what we may do next is go grab our Iban's staff and some runes for Iban's Blast, overcharge it so it holds the like 2k charges or whatever it is, and then we'll go send some Barrows, because we've not done Barrows in a bit. We've not even done 10 for the combat task, so we've done less than 10 Barrows currently, and we've only received a Carol's Coif so far. Ideally we'd get some Arim's pieces, because we're going to need to fight Seren with Mage, but if we don't get any Arim's pieces, I'll accept any tank legs, honestly. Pretty much anything in the leg slot would be ideal. Those are the things I'm kind of after. Right guys, Barrows time. We've got a Barrows portal in our house this time. Got ourselves a backup prayer pot, got just a couple of kebabs just because they were nearby. I'm just going to go try a couple of chests, see if we can hit in full dehides. We should do, because obviously we have positive mage bonus on our helm, on our cape, on our necklace, and on our gloves, and of course on our weapon. And these guys have negative mage defense, so wearing dehides isn't going to make us splash, which is really good. Didn't get rid of the Keris because you can't alch it, and it cost us 60k, so I'll just use it to finish off that Calphite task real quick. I guess I'll just see how it performs against like the rats in the tunnel at the end. So we'll see if it's worth just hanging on to this to use just to bash them instead of going and dropping another 100k on a DSIM, because at the minute we are getting quite low on cash. So that's nothing down. Let's go loot our chest. Bolt Rex. That is awful. It's my fault though for getting too much loot potential. Anyway, that is Barrows Novice. That's our easy combat task to do 10 Barrows chests. I'll just do some more. I guess each time we'll go to Ferox and just fill up. Maybe go Warrior's Guild and just grab a couple of potatoes just to bring us panic food, because as you saw, we did need a bit of food on that run. If we had the healing pool in our house, it would be a lot easier. We wouldn't have to come here. Chest numero dos. 58 bloods is okay, that's like 10k. Chest number 3. Decent, not bad, 50k in runes. Ooh, another chest. More runes. Pretty much the exact same chest as last time, honestly. Chest 5, maybe? Wow, nothing. Here we go, guys. One more chest. Nothing. Ooh, unique. No, Barrows fans. I can't believe it. We're about to get a quadruple chest. Oh. No, nothing. Okay. Come on, guys. Surely it's time for a unique this one. Let's go. Okay. I guess we'll go just do a real quick sale because we are quite heavy on runes at the minute. We're making more deaths than we're using, however, which is always nice. We're just getting a bit low on fire, so I'm going to dip out and do a little bit of a shopping trip. Ooh, you know what time it is. It's chest time. There's some runes. 90k, excuse me. 600 chaos. That's not bad. Right, guys, it's got to be time for an item, surely. Nope. Hey guys, we're mid-Barrows here. I just wanted to talk about the new combat achievement thing again a little bit. The combat achievements are just like a new diary, but just for PVM. But they've just updated them, so if you actually complete the medium tier, which is all of these, which actually include a couple of Barrows ones, so maybe we'll take a look at those, you actually get a hilt that you can equip in your offhand, and while it's equipped, your prayer doesn't naturally drain from the like weird ghost effect here in Barrows, which means we can probably get around all 6 brothers on 1 bar of prayer. So when it does come time for us to do the Mauritania Elite Diary task of equipping a full set of Barrows gear, probably going to have to look at doing the medium combat achievements first, because that's just going to make Barrows so much easier. It's going to incentivize us to go around the game and do a lot of different achievements at a lot of different bosses, so it should be quite interesting trying to come up with ways to do all the medium combat tasks, but until then, yeah, just something to think about. So this should be chest number 11 today. Let's take a look. Really bad one, but that's fine. We do love a bit of Barrows. See you in a bit. Ooh, hey. Wow, dude. That is the worst one yet by far. I feel this is going to be a big one. I'm always wrong. Okay, there's 25 Barrows complete in total. Started on 9 today, so we've done 16. That makes us an absolute Barrows champion, which I'm sure the people walking around here inspecting us have been saying all day. As you can see, we've now got 1,400 deaths. I only brought 500 at the start, and obviously we've been casting a bunch. What's kind of annoying though is Ferox Enclave doesn't refill your spec. It's such a weird like pool. I get that they didn't want to make it OP to kind of devalue the POH pool, and that makes sense, but it's kind of annoying. It doesn't refill your spec, so you have to drink from your house pool anyway. Then when you do it, obviously it reduces any boosted stats to their like normal levels, as well as restoring any drain stats, so that's also annoying. And also when you drink from it, there's like so many ticks where you can't do anything. See that? Like, it takes ages. Once we do get ourselves 20k more Herblore XP, we will be able to +5 boost, make some staminas, and then we should be able to upgrade this bad boy. Hey, there's Carol dead with only DDS specs, so that's a combat task, which is cool. Wasn't really trying to get that one, but just ended up getting it anyway, so can't complain about that one. Ooh, hey, nothing. Let's go. I'm going to say I'm not feeling this chest. Maybe that'll work. Nope. Decent money though. Hello Barrows friends, it's Barrows chest time, here it is. Whoa, let's get out of here. Whoa, Carol's skirt. Nah, just kidding, it's nothing. 500 chaoses though, 61 bloods and 123 deaths, so that's like 80k. Really, honestly, pretty good stuff. Hey guys, so for this run I've decided to do the combat task where you take no damage from any of the brothers. For the Verak one I just simply froze him with entangles, because obviously he can melee you through your prayer, which will make you fail that combat task. I've also downloaded a plugin that just highlights the doors in blue that you can actually walk through. So this just gives you a little bit of visual clarity to finding which doors it is to get through. And I've also tagged all the little safe spot squares in the corner rooms as well. Here he is. Let's see if we're awarded. There's pray for success, and there's absolutely no loot. Nice to get a combat task done. Okay, so here's all the Barrows tasks that you can do. There's do 10 Barrows, there's do 25 Barrows, we've done both of those. Kill any brother with only mage, I mean you do that every run, so we've done that as well. Then the ones that you actually have to slightly try for, kill all 6 brothers without taking any damage from any of the brothers, just did that. And then we've killed Carol with just DDS specs, we just got lucky specking him 4 times. So now all we have left is to kill the melee brothers only without any of them hitting us with melee. So we just have to do the Verak freeze method on all of them. And then finally I think it's just do a full Barrows with no prayer points, which, I mean, as long as you do Darok first and don't die to him, it's not that bad, you just need to bring a lot of food. I mean, obviously, you know, we saw a Carol's Coif last time we were here, so it's not like we've seen nothing in 30, we've just seen 1 rubbish item. Nothing! Right guys, I've successfully done the other 4 brothers without being hit, so let's see if we can do Darok. If you get a HP, XP drop, then that means you've definitely nailed the freeze, but sometimes it freezes them successfully without the HP drop, so... well, that should be another combat task. Here we go, combat task and unique. Okay, so we did actually get the task, that's good, I'm happy with that then. Right guys, final combat achievement for Barrows here. I'm going to go attempt a Barrows with no prayer whatsoever. I guess you're probably allowed to leave as long as you never get a prayer point before you hit the chest. So, you know, if we do go to our house, as long as we don't use the altar, I imagine it'll be okay. Here we go, grab our bolts back, never went above 0 prayer, so that should be a combat task, and we should be awarded appropriately. Just Chaos Runes, but we did do the task, so that should be all of the Barrows tasks complete. Nice to have some combat achievements on the account. Obviously Barrows isn't very difficult, there's only easy and medium tasks for Barrows. Still nice to have. Let's go, another chest. Nothing. Oh, dude, come on, 35 now. Can I get, like, just 1 item, please? I think we're due for a double at least soon. You know what time it is? Barrows chest time. No. Okay, guys, terrible idea, but I'm out of fire runes. I didn't realise. But we've only got Torag left, so we're in the tunnel. Has anyone ever done Barrows with Earth Wave, do you reckon? So this guy's using the hilt, you see, so he's probably not having his prayer drained. That's such a cool unlock. And then we'll open chest number 37 on the account, which makes it chest number 28 today. Nothing. Dude. Barrows chest, let's go. Nothing. Right guys, last chest of the day. This will be 39, which means 30 done today. Let's see if we can pull anything. Or if we're double dry. Morning gamers. I'm in the cave. We're going to slurp some juice. I think it's going to go into prayer. It won't anymore after this week. It's going to go into something stupid like cooking or fletching. Yeah, that's Tears of Gothics this week, some prayer XP. Hey you guys, coming to the end of another Barrows here. Just got back into some Barrows, so let's see what we get from this chest here. Hopefully an item, because it's been a while. Oh no, dude. Oh, the dupe. The immediate dupe. So that's 40 KC, and we've had 2 Carol's Coifs. Just as a reminder again, the Carol's Coif is a 7k alc. I don't know how many chests we'll do. I guess we'll go until we either get some usable legs or I get bored. Chest number 41. Chest number 42. Oh, an actual item, no way. Darok's plate body, dude. Interesting. We're looking henge, dude. I don't think that's a keeper. Bearing in mind that the Armadillo D'hide body is arguably rarer than this and more useful for our account currently. But yeah, still on the hunt for some legs, but that's really nice to get a back-to-back. Oh god, is Darok hell in a cell? What's he gonna do, hit me? He's not gonna hit me on this health. Yeah, you're nothing, buddy. Chest number 40-something, I guess we'll see when I open it. 43, no back, 3 back. I guess we can't really complain about that. Hey guys, another chest, another nothing. And here we go, chest 45, and it's a Verak's plate skirt. Honestly, probably the best leg slot item available from Barrows, and obviously primarily I did want to pull a leg slot item from here, so we're kind of done here for now. I'm going to wrap up the Barrows here with this. An amazing pull, worth a lot of money in the real game, but worth quite a lot to us as well. It's got nice tank stats and a nice prayer bonus, so we'll be keeping this for the foreseeable future. But with this, we will be alking the Carol's Coif now that I know that I'm currently done with Barrows. We're not going to be getting any more Carol's pieces to try and get the full set for the Elite Diary. So next up, just really quickly did some birdhouses, got some 73 hunter on the account, which is obviously a hilarious number always. So with Barrows complete, I headed over to some sand crabs for some AFK downtime. Now these guys drop easy clues, which is nice. They don't drop the ammonite fossils that the fossil island crabs drop, but we've had such bad luck with the fossils, I'd rather just chill here at a more consistent place to find a spot than hop around on Fossil Island. So with this easy clue, we got ourselves a Zammy page 2, so we're now 2 of 4 with the Zammy book, which is obviously all round the best book in the game. I do want to get this book at least complete. If we can't go all the way and get the full Armadillo and the full Ancient books instead, the Zammy book's a nice all-rounder. Hey guys, I'm really terrible at getting my recordings, but we did just get ourselves 91 range there. We also very recently got 88 hit points, so here's how the combat stats are looking now. We're now currently 103.7 combat, which is really nice. If we get one more attack or strength level, we will be 104 combat, which is cool. Also managed to grab ourselves an easy casket that I went and did last time I got an easy clue. Another godbook page? No, just some rubbish. Oh well, back to crabs. Hey guys, another easy clue here. Just been and bought the actual items for this one because we're already 2 steps in. Let's see what we get. Oh, no way, Fashionscape. I mean, obviously, that's like the worst hat in the game. It's got 2 mage bonus. It's worse than even the green hat I could have bought from the shop while I was doing this clue. But in terms of style, it's certainly up there. Wow. So that was 91 range at the crabs. What I did want to do here, since it was around the Christmas holiday when these clips were recorded, is just not really spend too much time actively playing the game, catch up with some editing, do some other stuff. So I just kind of opted to just AFK as much as possible. I did have the Theatre of Blood raid in the back of my mind, and the consideration that I might actually have to solo an entry mode, so I wanted the best stats possible. So I thought if we could chill here and get our ranged as high as possible, it would help us to do the raid. Hey everybody, just a quick crabs check here. Checking on the stats, been doing some easy clues. Got ourselves 15 caskets stacked up now, which is really nice. Got ourselves some noted logs to go do magic birdhouses whenever I can be bothered, when we do already leave to do an easy clue. Here are the stats on the account: 1787 total with 47 mil XP. We started off with 90 range and we're now 96, which means we've gained 4.4 million XP, which is about 100 hours of bone bolts. But then I dropped 500k and made 1,000 broad bolts, and it's increased the XP an hour by maybe a quarter to a third, which is really nice. And then we did actually pull a fletching level from that one as well. Got us to 71, which doesn't really unlock anything of value. There's no real good fletching stuff coming up for a long time. So yeah, just going to carry on doing some range. Not sure how far we'll get. If we do get to 99 before I go and take on Prith, then that's fine. It could be that I'm kind of making it harder for myself because I know Seren does some mechanics in her boss fight that are relevant to your max HP. And in sitting here for now over 100 hours, maybe 140 hours of crabs or so over the past week or 2, we have gained a couple of hit points levels. So maybe we've made that boss fight a little bit harder for us. Since we won't actually be ranging that boss, you have to mage that boss. There's no more max hits now, so we got another one at 92 since starting here, and then another one at 96. So I believe off task now with regular broad bolts and a rune crossbow and no prayer on or anything, we hit like 27. But we are going to head to Intrano when we're done with our range grind here, crack these open, re-roll all the armor and weapon pieces, hopefully into book pages. I think they work out to be like 1 in 2 or 300 per casket for a page, so it might require like 400 or 500 easies, but you know, we've got 15, so I guess we'll see. So from all our birdhouse runs, I was stacking up quite a few Hespori seeds, so just did a detour to kill him real quick. Got a dragon fruit tree seed as a reward, which is cool. Obviously it's within the realms of a stew boost now, but if we naturally get to 78 farming, then I'll be able to +3 with a pie, and just plant this in the ground super easily. And obviously dragon fruit trees are worth a ton of XP, so I just hung on to this for a while. So with bone bolts I've been getting over 30k an hour ranged XP, but now I've swapped to broads I've been getting around about the mid 40s, sometimes over 50. And what I'm going to do is just go and do half an hour of red chins. So I'll grab some box traps here. We are now 74 hunter. Oh, we haven't done Western Hard, have we? But there are some chins here, so just for research we'll see how many we get in 15 minutes and what ranged XP that equates to when we go use them. Chances are we'll probably get like 1 minute's training worth of chins, if that, in like 15 minutes. But I am interested to try because we've yet to really do any real hunter on this account. Right guys, that's 15 mins of chins. So here we are in the monkey tunnels. We got ourselves 64 chin chompers in 15 minutes. So from that we can extrapolate that we'll probably get about 250 an hour if we were to pay attention. As to why I'm actually doing this, I just realised that I'd never tested chins on this account. Just seems silly to not at least go try chinning once, just to see what the rates are. Now in terms of the actual ranged XP per hour, it's like 250k doing this. But yeah, it'd be a lot of hours of hunter to translate into 1 hour of actually throwing these bad boys. So that was it. So we got 14.1k XP from the chins that took 15 minutes to catch. So if we didn't count any of the prep time, the travel time, or actually the time spent throwing the chins themselves, then actually doing the hunter and hunting chins would give us around 56k worth of chins in terms of ranged XP per hour. And we can get 50k an hour just bolting crabs anyway. So for that much more work and risk, I don't think it's necessarily worth doing. However, I did enjoy the experiment, so it's good to know. Hey everybody, here we are, chilling out in Lumbridge, about to go do a birdhouse run. But I thought I'd just do a random little clip where we attack some civilians here and get ourselves 98 ranged on the account. That's one single range level left. If we take a look, that's 1.22 million XP, so probably about 24 hours left of training range in-game time over at the Krabs, which is really, really achievable, so I'm going to send that very cool cape. It's going to be very useful down the line when we do start doing PVM. It's also one of the ones that looks the coolest, I think. Just going to send 99, and then like I say, we've got 2 quests left. I might try Night at the Theatre first, but yeah, just a lot of range training for the last 2 weeks. Hey guys, come across a medium clue nest, and since we're here in Lumbridge, we're going to crack it open and get some ranger boots. No ranger boots, but an adamant elm H1 for the collection log, putting us at a total of 178 items, so that's cool. Hey, there we go, there's 92 hit points on the account, halfway to 99. It'd be really nice to get that hit points cape. It's got a lot of functionality later in the game, but for now we're just kind of working towards that passively. Hey guys, just taking a little break from ranged here. Grabbed ourselves a new kitten because we're going to need one very, very soon. What I'm doing is just running around doing the last bit of this farming level. We're about to get level 78 farming, which we've been working towards for quite a long time now, because once we hit 78 we're able to +5 to 83 and actually cultivate and plant a spirit tree. But anyway, there's level 78, nothing unlocked with that one. But obviously we're now in boostable range for what I just mentioned, which is cool. So what I've done is I've held onto these 2 dragon fruit tree seeds. So these need 81 farming to plant, which we can now +3 boost. So we can just go into the cooking guild, buy some garden pies. Now they are actually protectable with 15 coconuts each, which will guarantee their growth. I'm kind of weighing up the options here, whether I should go to like core asks for a bit, kill around 90 core asks on average to get enough coconuts to protect both of these. Because if both of these dragon fruit trees grow, they're 17k XP each, which would be 34,000 farming just for these 2 seeds. And I could just go kill core asks with a safe spot with broad bolts anyway, and continue to train ranged. And then in the meantime, I've grabbed some karambwangis just so this kitten here can grow into a fully grown cat. So in 3 hours time, we can go and attempt to do some spicy stews. So yeah, that's the current plan. I'm going to go do some core asks for a bit, and if we get, you know, a leaf-bladed battle axe or something in the meantime, then that's a bonus as well. Hey, there we go, that's our 3rd coconut drop, so now we have 30 coconuts to protect both our dragon fruit tree seeds. I just forgot how good core asks are. Didn't get a battle axe obviously, but we got ourselves some rune pieces, some actual high tier herbs, a hard clue, a lot of nature runes. So yeah, what I'm going to go do is grab ourselves a garden pie. So first thing we need is obviously the Varrock armor so we can get into the Cook's Guild. So we've still got 2.5 hours to kill, so I guess I'll just go back to Krabs or maybe go do our Troll Slayer task somewhere, just to kill some time till this kitten's grown, and then we can try stewing up for our spirit tree. Hey guys, this should be the last step of this hard casket. See if we get anything good. Hopefully just some money, I guess, always nice. Oh, right guys, that's both our dragon fruits in the ground and paid for, so that'll be like 35k XP when they're both done, which is really, really good. Like I say, always want some more farming levels. And there's a Hespori kill, let's see if we can get anything good out of it. Actually just used range for that one, it was only 4 seconds slower than our PB, so not too bad. Hey guys, very nearly done with our range, so I'm going to go get our spicy stew together to try and do our spirit tree in our player-owned house. Got a nice stack of karambwangi, and with these you can actually effectively fight these behemoth rats. I thought there was some kind of scaling in terms of what food you use and how much it heals your cat, but it turns out that like every kind of fish heals your cat the same amount, including this stackable fish. So there's really no reason to not just kill these behemoths going forward with this method if we ever need more spice, because yeah, once you defeat one of these behemoths, which is basically impossible to fail with this much food, then then you are awarded a guaranteed 4-dose spice of your choice, depending which behemoth you fight. So it actually shouldn't take too long to do this whole spirit tree thing. Once again, the potential of getting the +5 boost is a 1 in 11, and then we can also, just like last time, head over to the Warriors Guild and just buy stew from the food store there. Then I'll chuck these spirit seeds straight into this plant pot with our trowel and our watering can that I've already brought, and then I'll attempt to log out for 5 minutes and see if that allows us to maintain our +5 farming boost as well as allowing our spirit tree to grow while we're offline. Not entirely sure if that's how it works, but if that is how it works, it means we don't need to come and get a second +5 stew. So I'll just grab one more of these. I'll see you guys probably over at the Warriors Guild. We'll try and hit this +5, we'll try and make a seedling, and then we'll finally get a spirit tree in our POH. I'm sure a lot of people would think, what's the point messing about with the spicy stew? Why not just wait 2 more levels? Then you can just garden pie boost. But the issue is spirit seeds are super rare. Obviously, we've no way of storing them anywhere in the game, and I can't go into Theatre of Blood with an inventory space of a spirit seed that could otherwise be like a piece of gear as a switch or a piece of food. So I really need to get rid of this before then. So let's try again. 83, please. There we go. There's 83. So like I say, we'll pop this here. And now what I'm going to do is just log off. I'll come back in like 10, 15, 20 real life minutes, and what I'll hope is that our spirit seedling there that we've watered has grown into a spirit sapling while we've been offline, and if that is the case, then we should also still have the +5 farming boost, I believe, for 10 seconds after you log in. Okay, so I came back and we did in fact still have our +5 boost and the sapling had grown, so all was going well. I just forgot that you did actually need to enter your bank pin in order to enter your house in build mode for the first time after logging in, and then I also forgot that you also couldn't go into build mode while having a cat behind you, so I had to drop something else and pick our cat up. Very nearly lost the boost. What I did do was make a quick second superior garden just behind our first one, just because I wanted this original garden to house our fairy ring when we get Prith and we get 80 construction. So I'm just going to build the spirit tree just in this second one a little bit further behind. But there we go, we now have a play-around house spirit tree, which is absolutely huge. It means we can teleport to a number of different locations. And also we can get to our house technically if something does go wrong a little bit easier. If we can get ourselves to any spirit tree in the game, then we can actually go to our house, which is really good. Right everybody, it's finally time. Here are the skills on the account. Now for the past approximately 20 days I've just been non-stop training ranged over at Sand Krabs. There it is. Our very first 99 on the account, and actually a really, really good one to get. You are now a master of ranged. Why not visit Aaron at the Ranging Guild? He has something special. We can now grab a ranging cape. We don't need to, but of course I'm going to. And here it is. A culmination of pretty much 3 weeks of AFK on and off. So we also stacked up a whole bunch of easy caskets, which was another reason that it was a good place to go train. But I just think the range cape is such a nice looking cape. I started off using the Dorgeshan crossbow here and some bone bolts, just because they're so easy to buy in bulk from underneath Lumbridge. And then for about 5 levels up to maybe 93, 94, I was just using these. And then I decided to drop maybe 1.5 mil on broad bolts. And use our rune crossbow instead, because it increased our XP an hour by about 1/3, so it was really, really big. Now the reason I sent this is just because we are using ranged in so many places, and I also found a very interesting guide on YouTube about how to do the entry mode Theatre of Blood solo using just ranged, and so I thought we may as well have the highest possible range level for that. Hey chums, there's another ranged only Hespori defeated. As you can see, 1 minute 56, so not the most accomplished kill times. Let's see what we get. Probably nothing. This is only 9 KC. Obviously, all you can really get here is the bucket that we can't use on this account, or the farming pet, but you do get like 12k farming XP, so it's always worth doing, if not just to get rid of the Hespori seed from our inventory. Right guys, it's time to open our clues. Gonna need to get rid of these caskets now. We're finished with range, so we're not going to be stacking up any more easy clue scrolls for a little while. If I wasn't interested in the god books, I'd just open the clues now, but as you know, if you open clues on Intrana, if you hit any of these uniques here that are armor or weapons, and as you can see there's a ton of armor rolls you can get, they're re-rolled into non-armor or weapon rewards. So basically you have a much higher chance of hitting these pages if you open these on Intrana than if you didn't. You'd end up with loads of iron and bronze and black G and T, which we just have no use for on this account whatsoever. So what we're going to do is drop all the things here highlighted in orange by the fantastic Intrana plugin, but first of all, we're going to turn drop item warnings off temporarily. As usual, going to have to drop our Draman staff as well, so that's kind of an annoying one to get back if we don't make it back here in time. So what I'm going to do is just be there like a minute tops. We'll just smash as many clues as possible. Oh, we're going to break our Barrows gear, dude. That's going to be expensive to get back. That's really annoying. Right, so easy clues, let's go. We're looking for godbook pages. There's red firelighters for the collection log. Nothing. We're not going to be doing the master clues, obviously. Don't have the time. Don't care about those. Ancient page, exactly what we're looking for. Really good. Firelighters, runes, coins, armor page 4. Exactly what we're looking for. So what we actually need to do real quick is drop all this junk that we've just unboxed before our items disappear, and then grab everything back. I know this is going to look an absolute atrocious mess on the video, excuse me. So we'll once again start a new pile over here, drop our stuff again. Anyway, clue scrolls. Let's go. As many as we can, as quick as we can. Happy to drop all the garbage on the ground here. I just want to be extra safe when it comes to our items. Now a scroll book would in theory be nice, but obviously we're not allowed to use that on the account because it's just a container for scrolls. So if we ever do get any scrolls that we want to hang on to, then we're not allowed to put them in the book. They're going to have to take an invent space on their own, which is a bit of a shame. But maybe some of these will actually be worth some money and I can drop them over to my main in a bit. Oh, a Bandos page, that's really disappointing. So, yes, the dock's looking an extreme mess. Just make sure we grab the important stuff back first, like the Slayer helm, just in case this stuff starts to despawn while I'm stood here. Just because they haven't despawned doesn't mean they're still invisible to other players. I believe it's about a minute before they show up to other players, and it's about 2 minutes before they vanish for good. So we just got to be quick. Sadly didn't get any Zami pages from this. As I suspected, we're kind of equally filling all the books out, it seems, which, you know, is not ideal if you're after one full complete book. And there's, what was that one? That's Saradome in 4. I think that's a dupe because it didn't come up, but we did get some Morton scrolls which are worth some money. As you can see, some of the stuff has already despawned. Some of the stuff here is already despawning to this bot. Help yourself. So yeah, let's take a look at our log real quick. I don't think we lost any gear. The only issue with this is we're going to have to pay to repair our Barrows stuff. But that's not really a huge problem. Because, you know, it's just a bit of GP and we probably have enough GP here. So just have a look at the log real quick. We've got ourselves 4 pages there. We're now Bandos 1 and 4, Armor 1 and 4, and obviously still Zami 1 and 2. So that's a nice little clue scroll opening there for us. So I'll go to the lighthouse, I'll pop all these inside the relevant god books, so they're in there. Obviously that isn't storage because you have to put one of each page in to complete the god books, and obviously you can't take the pages out again, so it's not just like a storage container. Then we'll go sell off these runes, probably repair our Barrows pieces, and I think the next thing on the account will be to tackle the Night at the Theatre quest. Obviously we just need to go do an entry mode Theatre of Blood raid, and like I say, I have watched a video that said it is somehow possible with just ranged. So we've got ourselves a little bit of tank gear and a range cape and a rune crossbow. We'll probably have to get some non-ruby bolts, so we're not just constantly killing ourselves with self-damage from that effect. But yeah, we'll probably go send a couple of raids and see if we can get this quest out of the way, leaving us with just Song of the Elves, which we do have all the requirements for, and then we can smash that out and finish our quest cape. So nice little clue opening there. See you guys in a bit. Right guys, and with that prep done, I'm going to call this episode here complete. Obviously the next one I'm going to send Theatre of Blood straight away, so do like and sub if you want to see that one. Just a quick recap of what we got done today. We completed the quest portion of Night at the Theatre at the start, then we went and fought the Calphite Queen for a whole bunch of hours to try and scrape through 1 KC and get that Desert Hard Diary done. We went to Barrows, we did 45 chests total on the account, getting a Carol's Coif, a Darok plate and a Verok skirt. Really, really nice stuff. Then we did a bunch of range training, about 3 weeks of real time, just over the Christmas holiday, got a bunch of easy caskets saved up from there, opened those on Intrana and got a bunch of godbook pages, so we're now halfway done with a few of our godbooks, which is awesome. And I also got some passive level ups throughout this whole thing, doing birdhouse runs, farm runs, a little bit of fletching, got an agility level at the very start, and of course we did a stew boost to put a spirit tree in our POH, and obviously got access to a 99 ranging cape, so a whole bunch done in this one, even though it doesn't really feel like much because we didn't do a quest, kind of weird. But in the next one we will definitely be doing the Theatre of Blood raid, gonna go send it solo with ranged. Got ourselves 99 range now to go give that a go, so do tune in, it should be a fun time. If you guys have any feedback or comments about the series, or you just want to say hello, drop a comment below. Otherwise, drop a sub if you want to see the next one, and I'll see you there. Have a good January, I guess.